Tonette, come on, we gotta go to the club. I'm 21, gotta turn up. So of course, Tonette was like, girl, I ain't got time for no club. We got, all this. I'm like, we gotta do this. Because I knew if I went to the club, I was gonna meet my real Prince Charming, of course, up in the club all day. So I get to the club, start dancing with some guy. I had my girlfriend check to see if he looks cool. You know how you do the dance, you be like, they come from the back, so you gotta make sure that he looked like something in the back. So I had to have her do the check. She said he looks good, and I eventually turned around and started dancing with him. Our phones were dead, and we had to memorize his number. And the crazy thing is, still to this day, I know it, but we ain't gonna dwell on that. But nevertheless, I memorized his number, and a couple days later, he called me over to come to his house. And I'm like, okay. And my friend was like, girl, you're not going to his house by yourself. I'm going with you. You don't know this guy. I'm like, okay, bet. Come on, we're gonna go. So we get there, and we're in the living room just chilling. She's talking to his friend, I'm talking to him, and he's like, well, when do we go in the next room so we can have our conversations? Like me talking, I'm talking to you, you talking to you, and sometimes a conversation can kind of overtalk each other. So I'm thinking, okay, it makes sense that I go in the bedroom and we can continue the conversation. So I walked into the bedroom. All I remember seeing is his black plaid sheets. And the conversation just keep going deeper and deeper. He was asking me how many partners I've been with, just so many deep and intimate questions. I'm like, I don't even know you. And next thing you know, it was the black plaid sheets, and we were having full-blown sex. And he told me I was his girlfriend, so I felt like, okay, this is what I do now. I'm his girlfriend, so this is my role and responsibility. But the crazy thing is, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days will go by, and not a word from him. And then the 7th day, we were back at black plaid sheets and sex. And I remember it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days that goes past. I didn't hear a word from him. Feeling like Tony Braxton up in this piece, like what is really going on? And then finally, it was black plaid sheets and sex. And I remember 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and then the 5th day, it was black plaid sheets and sex, black plaid sheets and sex, black plaid sheets and sex. And then the phone rang. It was a phone call I never expected. Ring. I'm like, hello? Hi, is this Jill? I'm like, who's this heifer? Honestly, that was my non-saved days, so I was saved. I was saved since 9. But you know how like you be saved, kind of like, but you really still be cursing and doing your thing, like living in the world. Yeah, carnal Christians they call it. So that's was me. So I probably call her something else. For the sake of this conversation, we're just gonna say, I'm like, who is that heifer? So she proceeds to go on and start speaking and say, hey, this is Lisa from the San Diego Health Clinic, and I'm calling to find out who you've been with because somebody gave us your name. My heart fell in my drawers, and I'm like, oh my God, I got AIDS. And then I was like, well, whoever gave you my number is who gave me whatever I have, so you need to go talk to them. There's nobody else. In that moment, I became so indignant because I'm like, listen, I'm dating this guy, we together exclusively, at least I'm thinking, and now I'm getting a call from the health clinic asking me who I've been with. Ain't been nobody else. By the time I finally built up enough courage